Welcome back, everybody, to another edition of Warfighter.
Sorry. Now that's recording. Now we're running.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Warfighter Tobacco Podcast. I'm John, and we got Dave and Justin. And if you're watching this and not just listening, you're going to see that everything's changed a little bit here.
Everything's changed and nothing's the same.
Right? We've upgraded a little bit. And now we have a new place where we're going to be recording the Warfighter Tobacco Podcast, which is slightly different than where we normally have. We're still in the same building, obviously. We just have fancy walls now and nice chairs.
Yeah. Comfy chairs.
Which can mean one of two things. It can either go twice as long or be the same.
Yes.
So we'll see. Sorry, just trying to get comfortable. I don't know how to do this yet.
Well, it's a new chair. That's not my spot.
I know, right? Like, I don't have my normal stuff. I don't play with my ashtray.
You don't have your You don't have your spinny ashtray.
I don't know what to do anymore.
No, it's good. It's Mother Nature has finally turned the heat back on somewhat down here in Texas. So we're hanging in I think it's mid 70s right now. Very comfortable. Did not mind that at all. Took the dog for a walk at 6 o'clock and it was 50.
Yeah, we don't have any that cold weather stuff anymore down here. It's really nice.
Yeah.
We got lows in the 50s, 60s, highs in the 70s and 80s. Just be cool if it like maybe rained once in a while.
Ask and ye shall receive. I think Saturday is supposed to rain.
Nice. Yeah. But yeah, we built a little lounge type room that we can do the podcast and we can hang out in. It's not like a lounge that's open to the public or anything like that. But if you get the opportunity to come down here and have a cigar with us, we'll probably hang out in here. The only thing that we haven't done yet is a little ventilation system. So if it gets smoky on the video while you guys are watching, that's why.
There's only two of us smoking, and
normally we talk about like news and all that fun stuff that's going on in the industry. There really isn't too much that's going on right now. There's some states that are trying to push some stuff through, some good, some bad, some new cigars that came out, some price increases that are happening, all the normal beginning of the year stuff. Thing is we're a couple months away from PCA.
Which is why everybody's starting to tease the new thing,
Exactly.
the new hotness.
Yep.
So yeah, it's everybody's starting to ramp up on that. I know we've already had retailers talking to us about whether we're going or not, things like that. If we're going to be releasing anything new, which we have things in the works.
As of right now, we have some stuff that we're going to release at the show.
Yeah.
Now, in a month, if it's not ready, then we're not going to release it at the show.
Yeah.
Everything's in production right now at the factory, and all the supplemental, meaning like bands and box designs and all that kind of fun stuff. All that's in the works as well. So if all the stars align and the cigar gods decide they want to agree with us this year, we should have cigars for PCA, some new stuff.
Yeah.
We have our 5th edition Victory coming out. We're bringing back our San Andreas blend, and it's just going to be the Warfighter Tobacco San Andreas. And then we have our 10-year anniversary cigar, the 10th anniversary, and that guy's delicious. So all the design stuff has been finalized. Now we're just waiting on print and shipping and aging and all, all the fun stuff that's involved, the behind the scenes stuff that nobody really understands. The making of a cigar, there's a lot that goes into it versus, how it looks. It looks like a cigar just shows up on a shelf with a nice band on it. Somebody made a design and, they just hit print.
So from seed to aged cigar sitting on a retailer shelf, what do you think the timeline is on that? Now, I know that everything is different as far as the life of the cigar, how long it takes for aging processes, Maduros, shades versus etc. So let's pick a shade.
From seed to shelf, you're somewhere in that 3 to 5 year mark.
Yeah.
You know,
and I don't think people track that actual timeline.
But that's not how long it takes to get a new cigar out.
Yeah.
The new cigar side of it, there's two kind of hard parts to it. Blending that cigar, coming out with that flavor profile that you want, that strength that you want, the look that you want, all of it. But then you have to age it.
Yeah.
And then you got to be like, okay, now what's it like?
Yeah.
And so that is, I'd probably say that's 3/4 of the battle. And the other quarter of the battle is the branding, right? The band, the boxes, the story behind that cigar. Sometimes that story is influential in the blending process of it. There's an idea of what that cigar needs to represent when it's a final product, and that helps in the blending. Sometimes the blend is there, and you're like, this cigar is amazing. Okay, what do we want to, what story do we want this cigar to tell?
Yeah.
And every company does it a little bit different. Some of them, they have their new cigars are lined up for the future, and they're just creating the blends to go with them. Some of them, they have the blends created and they're working on the artwork for it. We kind of did both at the same time.
Yes. Yeah, it was definitely a fun process. Like, I'd been around for a couple of the newer ones as we came through, like the San Andreas iteration 1. But being able to have the cigar ready and to be able to smoke it, and then have that band reflect the cigar and go through the process to tweak and adjust and shift everything as we needed to make it fit the cigar, I think is a lot more entertaining, because then you're trying to put a square peg in a round hole.
Yep. With the cigars that we're kicking out at the show, those blends we did about a year ago now.
Yeah.
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 And then we just got the artwork finalized last week, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I'd say we're half ahead of the curve on that.
Yeah.
Normally it's, both at the same time, at least in prior that we've done. But yeah. So that show's in April.
Yes.
And I think it's the third weekend in April. So we're
17, 18, 19, and 20.
Hoping to have everything ready to be released then. And then hopefully shipping to stores shortly after that show. As we get closer, we'll know exact details and exact timelines that are on that.
And I know in previous years, we've gone to PCA and we've come back. We've taken like 2 or 3 days, just kind of decompress, because that's 4 18, 19-hour days.
It's a lot of work. It's so much fun, but it's definitely a lot of work as well.
Yeah, it is. So we'll take a couple of days to decompress, and then we come in, and basically we just divide and conquer. We take our stack of orders, then we you'll take half, I'll take half, and then we've got somebody out back shipping while other people are putting orders in and running cards and getting ready to rock and roll. So UPS and the post office may not like us very much that first couple of days back, but all of our retailers really enjoy the fact that about 3 days after they get back from the show, they've got their order coming in from us.
Yeah, that's one thing that I never understood about USPS, post office, and UPS. Like your whole business model is based on shipping packages. Yeah. So when we have a lot of packages for you, like, don't be upset with us. It's just job security. Thankfully, our mail guys are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
Yep. Yeah. And honestly, I've never seen Big Brown be annoyed when they roll in for a pickup and they see 3 dozen packages all weighing 40 plus pounds. Because usually they have an empty truck and they're like, "Fuck yeah,"
Yep.
But I also know that those guys don't get to clock out until their truck's empty, so they still have to load it, take it back, and But our UPS guys are all solid here.
Yeah. Speaking of UPS, they did a stellar job for once on getting some cigars down to our boys down in Australia. So if you're in the area down there, I got to give them a shameless plug and a shout out because these boys are awesome and they earned it. If you're ever in Australia and you need some Warfighter cigars, or if you are in Australia and you need some cigars, Garrison Supply Company down there. Those boys are awesome. And they also have a podcast, the Garrison Podcast, I believe. Garrison Supply Podcast.
I think it's Garrison Supply Podcast.
Yep. And they're on Spotify and YouTube and all the platforms. So if you want to hear some world news, some updates about some stuff going on in Australia, and just general, I don't know if it's useful or useless knowledge, a little bit of both probably.
All knowledge is useful when applied,
but with an Australian accent and using some of their amazing words that they created. Go check them out. They're good dudes.
So, ironically, I don't know how they got this, but it's the Garrison Podcast. That's crazy. That name is still up for grabs.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. They're on. They just released episode 30. So go check them out.
Nice.
But yeah, they essentially doing similar to what we're doing, smoking, bullshitting, and just talking about some crazy stuff that's going on in the world. They're good dudes though, and they're hilarious. I think it's just the accent.
No, they're funny as shit.
Yeah,
they really are.
We jump on Zoom calls. I get stuck on the phone with these guys, or on the video calls with these guys for like hours. We got 10 minutes of stuff to talk about, and we're on the phone for hours.
That's the best kind of conversations to have, though.
Right. Justin, you said we did have a comment from somebody.
We did.
Just want to cover that real quick before I forget.
We got a comment from Tgoose74. He said, these DTC legislations are making it so important for us consumers to contact our local shops and get them to carry Warfighter. I've been DMing my local shops.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's in the works across the country. It's not even just like a specific state or area. People are raising their, states are raising their taxes. They're putting on mail order, internet based laws they're proposing. All kinds of stuff. Essentially, they're trying to capture as much tax money as they can. And
I wonder why that is.
They don't really care how they do it. Actually, I learned this week that California, not only do they tax cigars that are coming in, and now you have to be on an approved list, they pretty much do that for every product that comes into that state.
Yeah.
They just have a different name for whatever tax it is for whatever product or industry that you're in.
Yeah.
If it has a battery in it, you have a battery tax. If it has an engine in it, you probably have an engine tax. It's crazy. But I mean, when you go from a massive surplus to a crazy deficit, I guess you got to leverage the people instead of controlling your spending.
There's whole history books written about what happens when monarchs overtax their population.
Yeah, but for some reason in today's day and age, people think it's okay. Like some parts in Europe where they're getting taxed 50%. And they're just like, well, I'd be okay with paying a little bit more if it helped people. Like, wait, what?
This country was created because of a 3% tax on tea.
It's crazy. But what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Contact your local congressman or senator.
Yeah.
Let them know what you're thinking and feeling in a very respectful, polite, educated way.
Yes.
If you just try to yell and scream and make noise, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, that's one thing that I can see AI being useful for. Is if you write your comments down and you put it into AI and say, please put this into a more respectful phrasing, it will do it. And
please reword this so I don't wind up on a list.
Yeah. Well,
I use it on the Apple has the Apple Intelligence that you can. I'll write an email. Like I was talking to the guys doing our bands, and I wrote it out, and I was like I was in like brain flop.
Wow.
you're in that time that you're in right now?
Yeah, that one. But I wrote it down, and I was like reading through it, and I was like, I don't know if this makes sense, so I like highlighted it and was like, they have like a proofread or make professional. So I like hit that, and it takes all the information. Just it's just very like bland, really.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, that's handy, but
yeah, I used to be very, very good about spotting the emails and the Facebook posts, because people will always use AI or especially on LinkedIn, people use AI to rewrite their posts all the time and make it sound more professional for LinkedIn. It's like, dude, I know you didn't write that.
Most of the shit that I do, it's fucking.
Oh, I know.
I'm like, hey, ChatGPT, fucking give me a hand.
Yeah.
Well, I need more words.
I mean, we know you. We watch you struggle when you're trying to Google something.
That is true. Fuck, Google gets me there too, man. They get the little fucking, hey, did you mean this? You're damn right I did. You're damn right I did.
We have some more content coming out shortly, right?
Actually, it is out right now.
It is.
It is out right now. We released our night shift video.
Yeah.
Night shift breakdown, which is, it's been really fun for me getting all these pieces of content out there. Basically, just throwing the knowledge out. We get questions all the time about the cigar blends, so now we have kind of a home base. We can point people in the direction as far as someone shoots a DM or email or something like that. We can just be like, hey, here's a link with hopefully all the answers to your questions. But that is live on the Warfighter Tobacco main YouTube channel, so you can head over there, subscribe, and then watch that.
Yes.
Which also, if you're watching or listening to this, wherever you are, please follow. We are literally getting notifications from the platforms being like, hey, the people listening to your show don't follow you. So if it's YouTube, subscribe on YouTube. If it's Spotify, follow us there. Apple, wherever. If you're listening to this, please follow. We hit you every Friday with a new episode. We talk cigar news and whatever else we can think of that we think is fun. But speaking of which, I have a topic whenever we're ready.
Go.
I have found quite possibly my new favorite YouTube channel.
Uh-oh.
Have y'all heard of Outdoor Boys?
Yes.
Okay. So it's not new. It's not a new channel whatsoever. He's actually done it for so long that he then quit. But I just started watching him. It is quite possibly the best content to watch as you're trying to fall asleep.
I think his stuff popped. His stuff popped again here in the last couple of weeks because he stepped away to take care of his wife who has cancer, if I remember correctly.
No, so he originally stepped away because he was like, I'm getting too famous. I don't like that. And so he stepped away so like him and his kids could like do their stuff.
Yeah.
But he came back because a buddy of his who has a similar channel, his wife got diagnosed with cancer. Yeah. And he was like, hey, you take care of that. Let me film a video and you can put it out. And like, I was like, what a great dude.
Yeah.
Like he was like, I'm going to get all the eyeballs. Cause like he didn't announce it. It was a video with his face on it that was on another channel. And he was just like, come spend the night in Antarctica or wherever, Alaska, in the Alaskan wilderness. And like, I watched it. I was like, that's sick. And then I watched the interview that he did with the guy whose video he put out on his channel. And the dude was essentially just like, dude, you're a gangster. I can't thank you enough. And I was like, that's sick. But he goes out into the Alaskan tundra and he'll build shelters or just like build a little hut, like all this stuff. It's an awesome channel, and I'm slowly making my way through it.
The Instagram reels where they do the outdoor shelters will suck me in.
Oh yes,
every single time.
So bad.
I just like
so bad.
Last
night I got sucked in by some dude. He dug into the side of a mountain.
Yeah,
and then the only thing he brought with him besides like a couple hand tools was a one of those little collapsible like metal wood stoves.
Yeah.
They had like a stovepipe and everything, right? So he digs into the side of this mountain, puts up all the framing of timber and everything, builds the roof on it, and puts this little thing up, starts his little fire, puts some water on, and it goes back to like building. And next thing I know, it's like 35 minutes, and I'm like still watching, and I'm just like, oh fuck, they got me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They got me.
It's such good content.
It is
so good.
It is. Well, and honestly, in this day and age, not a bad skill set to learn.
It is handy. It is very handy.
All right, I'm taking my tinfoil hat off. Yeah, no, it's just like I enjoy watching people build stuff with their hands. I enjoy building things. So watching other people build like the shelters, and especially like when the kids start doing it, you see like 12 to 16 year old kids like out there building dope little shelters and going and then spending the night in it. And I'm like, good on you. You know, that's cool. 100%. So I'm right there with you on that one.
It's just so it's so relaxing because you can tell he's a dude that was like, I've just been doing this for years, and then one day was just like, I guess I'll film it. And so like he just has like a GoPro that he slaps a bunch of different places and stuff, and it's very slow paced and everything. Half the time I fall asleep before it ends, and then I just wake up and then turn my fucking iPad off. But like, it's so good. Yeah, that is. I'm sure most of our listeners, because I think it's very much like there's going to be a bunch of crossover there, especially with how big his platform is. But if you haven't watched Outdoor Boys, I highly recommend you go check it out. It is so good.
I was just looking at some article regarding the FDA. And the courts say that their civil money penalties are unconstitutional. But it was only in regards to that one specific case. So we'll see how it works moving forward. Essentially, they find a cigar shop or a vape shop.
Yeah.
Like $20,000. And the vape shop's like, hey, we have this cool thing. It's our Seventh Amendment right to have a jury trial. And you guys kind of skipped that. So,
yeah.
So they went through their whole legal process, and it's been going on for, I think, a couple of years now.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, so I was hoping that there was going to be like, oh, hey, the FDA no longer has the ability to blah, 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 but not so much. I love how they call it the FDA's enforcement scheme, because that's kind of what
it really is. Is what it is.
It's weird that we're in this room because I don't have any of the normal stuff that we have.
Oh, I've been freaking out. I forgot to put headphones on. I'm worried that y'all's camera is gonna do something dumb, or my camera is gonna freak out. The audio is gonna stop. I am in a hell right now.
So the red light on the back of your camera is still blinking.
Yes.
Yeah. And the red light on ours is still solid.
Luckily, I have a little, like, I have the monitor for y'all. So, but I can't look away for more than like 10 seconds. I am very. The reason I didn't talk for the first 10 minutes is because I was just like staring at everything.
Right.
I was just like, all right.
Not only that,
gone wrong
there's
yet.
also like 5 seconds of us just talking with an intro with no sound. Yeah.
Oh, my whole mojo's thrown off. I've had it dialed in for like 3 years straight now, and now like, okay,
just kidding.
Yeah, totally new, which I dig. It's it was cool getting to get everything set up and get an idea of how.
And not only that, like this is already like the 5th iteration of how you wanted to lay this out. Like you've redone this 4 different times already today.
Yeah.
Just making sure that like everything was going to work, and you didn't like how it was sitting. So you changed this. Well, that threw this off, and then you switched this and moved this, and
yeah.
And
it's probably not going to stay like this either. No, it's
absolutely not. Like before we even started, John's like, "It's a work in progress. Let's roll with it."
John, hit it.
Constantly improving your foxhole.
Bingo,
That's
baby.
Well, so this is it. We dug our foxhole. We're like chest deep right now.
Yep.
And now we just looked around and like, fuck, we don't have a grenade pit. That's it.
100%.
Oh, we don't need a grenade pit. Tim Kennedy's got them all in his backpack.
I am excited. They're not up yet, but we've got a bunch of artwork we're going to be hanging in here, and sweet Warfighter sign and the whole 9. So we got to.
That's actually, you know what? Once we have that up with light,
oh yeah,
that'll be interesting too. We had to play a weird lighting game today.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like we were saying in the beginning, if you're watching this, it's different.
Yes.
You know, moving forward for the next couple of weeks, it might be different every week.
That is true. That is very true.
But hopefully the audio is good. So if you're only listening to this, you're still getting the one of the best cigar podcasts that's out there.
That is true. That is true. We take
probably.
Mm-hmm. Where's the sign? Damn it.
Oh, it's
We need it. Yeah.
Nope, not over here.
I had to move everything.
yeah.
Some very good news
Okay.
on a nationwide. It has nothing to do with the cigar industry, but I don't think anybody. There it is.
Hey.
I don't think anybody's going to be upset with this. And the headline is Obama era greenhouse gas rules gone, as EPA's Zeldin signs single largest deregulatory action in history.
That's a mouthful.
The EPA administrator eliminates regulations that forced annoying start-stop car features on drivers nationwide. So that was a law that manufacturers had to put that in vehicles.
Really?
Because in 2009, they were like, hey, if you don't do that, you're going to kill butterflies. So we like butterflies, so you better put that start-stop feature. And, the cost of manufacturing, don't worry about how many butterflies that kills. But we need that in all the gas vehicles moving forward. So they've been in there, but you can never turn it off. Well, you could. There's a button. You turn it off as soon as you shut the car off and restart it. You have to do it all over.
Like when you go to get gas, because the start stop actually uses more gas.
Mm-hmm. There's part of the whole Clean Air Act. But yeah, I guess there was a Supreme Court ruling, and they determined that that greenhouse gases qualify as an air pollutants, and that if the EPA determined they endangered public health or welfare, it can regulate them. And that started all this shit. But now that people are, I don't know, common sense is, I wouldn't really say becoming common, but
It's coming back.
it just, just a little bit.
No. Yeah.
But, it does more, I don't know, harm than help, at least in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's increased wear and tear on the engine. It's increased fuel consumption. It's increased emissions, because whenever you start the vehicle back up, it automatically idles at an increased RPM for a short amount of time. So
with that, I mean, you get a chance of, battery issues, right?
Yeah.
If the vehicle's not running, you're running everything in that vehicle off that battery. Like here in Texas in the summertime, it's 100 degrees, or Arizona, or, southern New Mexico, or even parts of Colorado, the Midwest. It's 90, 100 degrees out. You pull up a stoplight and your car shuts off.
AC goes away.
You only got a couple seconds before that's not cold anymore.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I had on my my first F-150. It was a 2017, and it had the auto stop.
The white one?
Yeah.
The white one.
Yeah.
And I remember pulling up to lights in the summertime and forgetting to hit the button, and it shut off. And I just got really good at just popping off the brake long enough to where it just whoop, and then it would kick back on.
But yeah, so they're doing a whole essentially all federal greenhouse gas emission standards for vehicles and engines subsequent to the 2009 declaration will be rescinded. A source familiar with the situation said. So I don't know exactly how or when all this is going to go into play. But in this article here, it says it'll save the American people $1.3 trillion in crushing regulations.
Damn.
So obviously this is way bigger than the start-stop button in a vehicle. But I love the fact that they use that as like the cornerstone for this article. Because it doesn't matter what side of the fence you're on, whether you believe in climate change or not, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That
Everybody hated
annoying.
it.
Yes.
You know what it's going to become, right?
Huh.
Do you remember the Chevy C10s that had like the plugs in the dash, where it was the other switches that you could get on the high end, like the Silverados or the Cheyennes?
Yep.
That was where the switches were. They're just going to put a plug back in.
Just a 12 volt.
You're just going to reach up and just tap it. And no, it's just a flat plug. It just fills the hole on the dash, because they're not going to remold. Well, they're not going to retool and remold the dash.
No.
So they're just going to put a little plastic cover on there, and you're just going to reach up and be like, I remember those days.
Thank God those are gone.
Don't cite the old magic to me, witch. I was there when it was written.
My wife's car still has it, and luckily my truck, I think, was the last year before they put it on it.
Yeah, because your new one's a 15, right?
Mine's a 15. Yeah. And so I don't.
And my
I don't
19 doesn't have it.
Yeah. I'm curious what it was, because like 17 had it, and I don't know.
Yeah.
But I love that my truck doesn't have that.
Mine doesn't either.
Yep. Did they do them on the diesels at all?
No.
Hell yeah.
That STX loaner you had for a while had it though.
Oh, that was a 150, right?
Yeah.
That, and then all the Expeditions that I had, they all had it.
Yeah.
Mal's car has it.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they haven't tried to put them on like motorcycles. I'm just like, you guys,
God.
it's.
I mean, that would be nice on some of the Harleys because you'd roll up to a stop sign, you wouldn't be able to go rat, 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 rat.
That's just the Harley riders making sure it's still running.
I know.
Just gotta check to see if it's still on.
Yeah. It's just, I give them shit, but I mean, fuck, I do the same thing. I'd blip the throttle every once in a while on mine, just whatever. Yeah. No, I'm all right with that being a relic. So
one of the things that Harley did, and I mean, you can kind of say it might be for, the climate change. But if it's an air cooled V-twin, right? So there's no like cooling system that's in it. It just relies on air going across the fins, on the jugs, on the cylinders of the bike to, remove heat essentially. So if you're stuck in traffic, in the ECU, it's built into it and it's an option. You can turn it on or off, not easily. But it'll kill spark to the rear cylinder and the rear cylinder won't fire. And that added fuel that's in there, fuel and oil act as a lubricant and a cooler. So without having that spark in there, it prevents the engine from catastrophically overheating. I've had it happen one time. It was the weirdest sound in the world, and I thought I blew up my Harley, and I was just like, okay. So immediately went and dug into the system and turned it off.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay,
I can imagine. I can imagine
anymore.
once you start rolling on the throttle and it reignites that spark, all that extra fuel in there.
Well, everything gets pushed through, so there's no issues in regards to that. But taking a V-twin and going to one cylinder, and you're not, it's not like you're just like, okay, here it comes. It just like randomly happened one day, and I was in Arizona. It was hot as shit.
Oof.
And I pull up at a stoplight, and I'm sitting there. It's kind of like traffic-y, so I'm not like going a lot. And, and then that back cylinder just shut off, and I was just like, oh, what the fuck happened? I'm like, oh my god.
I think in Texas, if you're on an air-cooled bike and you're locked in traffic, you can ride the shoulders. It's not against the law.
Most
correct?
states have a law that either states you can ride like the breakdown
they
lane,
have like an exemption
or you can lane
for it.
split
Yeah.
or something.
To-
if you're on an air-cooled motorcycle in traffic.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean traffic's going 15 and you can do 65.
No, it means you can move with the flow of traffic and maintain some airflow. But
No, I've never been a big fan of lane splitting. I know, like in Arizona, everybody wanted, lane splitting, and I was like, cool. And I'm like, make lane splitting legal, but there's a mandatory helmet law.
Yeah.
Like cool, go for it, but now you have to wear a helmet.
Yep.
Period.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
because the only people that are going to do it are
organ
probably
donors.
the people that shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah.
I've had a few instances where I'll be on the highway somewhere and it comes to like a stop and go, and I've had like motorcycles riding through, and I try to be courteous, like especially if it's honestly just on a motorcycle. Even I'm like in the summer when it's 105, I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't want to sit in this either. Like,
right.
So, but I have a little button. Like I've had guys that'll like pull up. And,
and
I'll
get
hit
the window,
the button,
the mirror
close
fold.
the windows, and fucking let them through, and then just hit me with the old two fingers. I'm like, I got you, dude. I don't blame you. I wouldn't want to be sitting in this shit either.
Yeah, I just don't like the theory of lane splitting anyway. I mean, I've been down a couple of times, and I've come to the realization that I like a little bit of real estate.
Yeah.
So
I mean, there's definitely a time and a place for it. I'm not against it, but hauling ass 30, 40, 50 miles an hour faster than traffic.
Yes.
Splitting lanes is probably not a good idea.
Yeah.
I can only imagine what happens if you catch one of those handlebars on a mirror or something, doing 30 over whatever that thing is.
Yep.
Like that's just really, really bad.
The video that comes to mind for me is the video of the dude that's being filmed, in the next lane over on his bike, where he's popping little baby wheelies next to the car, and all you see is just a little, and it's someone that's split between that rider and the car, and like that rider was going probably 50 mile an hour. Jeez. 40, 50 mile an hour, and the dude that went in between him was just like the second section of that video is a half speed, and even then all you see is a red line from the fucking taillight. Yeah. I mean, it's and you've probably seen the video. Yep. So yeah, it's bonkers.
One of the cool things that in some countries in Europe have on motorcycles, if you pull up behind a car and you pull like on the driver's side of it in the lane, that car will, they call it lane sharing. The car will slide to the right and allow you to pass them in that lane. And it's funny because you could tell who was European and who was American. Yeah. Because every European would slide over and you'd be able to go around. And every American wouldn't fucking give you the time of day. And it's just like, guys, it was probably some of the safest riding I've ever done in my life.
Really?
To be honest. It's because everybody understood both sides, vehicles and motorcycles.
Yeah.
For some reason here in the States, everybody has an entitled belief that either, nobody should pass them or nobody needs to get close or do this or do that. And it's just like, or they just...
Yeah.
Let them go, man.
Well, and not only that, to get a driver's license in the EU is also much more intensive. It's
probably the same as getting your driver's license for the first time here in the United States. Like I remember when I did my driving test in Belgium, learning their laws and their how it works. Like they have this thing, it's called priority right. And you're like, okay, cool. What's that mean? So they have a sign, and it almost kind of looks like a yield sign, but not really. And if you come up to an intersection that has that road on the right has priority. It's their priority route.
Okay.
So they don't even have to stop or look.
Okay.
You have to pay attention. And your road might be straight, and they're coming from like a right-hand turn.
Yeah.
But they have priority.
Yeah.
And I can't tell you how many times that Americans get in an accident because they're just not paying attention.
Yeah.
At first I was like, oh, this is dangerous. And then once I understood it, I'm like, this is genius.
No, it makes sense from an explanation standpoint. And I'll probably get to experience that shortly.
But yeah, you just have to pay attention because their signs mean different things.
Yeah.
That and everything's in a foreign language, so.
That's fair.
In kilometers. Yep. The Olympics are going on right now. Haven't even looked at the rankings. Actually, I'll pull them up real quick just so I'm not speaking out of my ass, but I'm pretty sure we're in the lead.
I'm also looking it up.
Olympic medal count 2026.
Yeah. Ooh, number 3.
Kidding.
Oh, that's...
We're kind of in third?
Yeah. We're in third with a total of 14. First place also has 14. Second place has a total of 16. And they have less gold medal. How the fuck? What is this structure?
I think they based off of gold medals.
But they still have... yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that's
got to be.
It's weird. I feel like it's off that we're still not in first place. In the Olympics have been going on since I think Monday they kicked off, or the weekend or something is when the opening. I think it was Saturday or Sunday.
Right.
When the opening ceremony.
This February 6th.
Yeah.
So 6 days ago as of recording.
Yeah.
But we have another 10 days of it.
That's true. We're going to get there, but I was talking to my wife about it. I was like, it's weird that we're not in first place. She was like, are we usually? I was like, always. Quite. I would venture that it's been a hot minute since we didn't have the overall most medal count in the Olympics.
Yeah.
Summer or winter. I've been in the evening, the Olympics or NBC, one of them on YouTube will post every gold medal event or whatever from the day. And so it's it'll be curling or figure skating, and they show like that run or whatever they were, and then them getting the thing, and I watch it and I'm like, I don't like how few Americans are winning these. Like, come on, we got to represent. But I know we've got like hockey, they have essentially their mini season and everything. Yeah, so we're not even in the playoffs with that. And God, I hope so badly we pair up with Canada and just beat the shit out of them.
So the U.S. is placed first in the Summer Olympic medal table 19 times out of 30 Summer Olympics and 29 appearances. We boycotted 1980. But we've had less success in the Winter Olympics, placing first once. Now, this is like overall for the whole, like we won the Olympics.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't even know if that's what you
fucking,
we had the most medals.
I mean, we would be loud about it if we won. Like, well, yeah. We only won once, really.
For winter.
For Winter Olympics.
And that means like we've like placed, on the medal tables, like the thing that we just looked at.
Yeah.
Because ultimately, like, there's no like winning of the Olympics overall.
Yeah.
It's not like at the end of it, you're like, oh, congratulations, Team USA in all the sports.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, everybody gets their own.
Everybody gets to be like, I guess, you gotta, it depends on how you count it. Is it total medal count? Is it gold medal count? Like, right. There's multiple ways you can kind of go about that. I guess you kind of have to go by gold because
I'm sure they have some formula that's like each gold medal is worth this, each silver is worth this, each bronze is worth this.
But I think we definitely have like the most amount of participants. So I want like do you go off of like medal per capita? like you gotta figure out that formula.
That would be nuts if the Olympic athletes were just lottery.
You're right.
Congrats, bro. You're doing high jump.
That's true.
So the total amount of summer, this is kind of an interesting stat. The total amount for just Summer Olympics, total amount of athletes that have ever participated from the United States in any Olympics that we've ever been to has been 11,523. And there's only been 1,105 gold medals. So you have like a 1 in 10 chance of getting a gold medal as an athlete in the Olympics for the United States in the summer. The winter's a little different. The winner is total of 2,951 athletes and 114 golds.
This kind of makes sense why we have like there's a bunch of like big name Summer Olympic people. And then there's like Shaun White and like
Lindsey
Vonn, and then who was the speed skater that was real popular for a little while?
Right now is fucking Jake Paul's fiance.
That poor girl. I feel so bad every time I see someone. It's like Jake Paul's girlfriend won gold, and it's like y'all gotta like.
I was guilty of it just now.
Yeah, like, it's gotta be like her name wins gold. Who is dating or whatever? Like that. Oh, that would suck.
Yeah.
Apollo Ono. Am I pulling that name out of my ass?
Isn't he a boxer?
No, you're thinking of Apollo Creed. That was a fake boxer.
So one of the reasons why those numbers are like that is there's a lot more different sports.
Yes.
In the summer than there are in the winter. In the summer, there's roughly 43. In the winter, there's 14.
Shot put in the winter. No impact, no idea.
Yeah, it's shit. It snowed a lot. Yeah, I mean, essentially, you have speed skating, alpine skiing, figure skating, snowboarding, freestyle skiing, bobsled, hockey, skeleton. No idea what that is.
That's where they get in the little sled and they go down the track.
Bobsled?
Yeah, it's the single
solo. Yeah,
the single sled
where they go down either face first or face first. Yeah.
Nordic combined, cross country skiing, curling, luge, ski jumping.
The Nordic combined is really cool because it's biathlon.
Yeah.
So,
but that's it for winter. Now for summer, I don't know if you guys want to hear me list that off.
Yeah, we're not going to do that.
But there's a lot. I mean,
we'll be here another 20 minutes.
Just swimming, shooting, wrestling, boxing, diving, gymnastics, rowing, basketball, tennis, cycling, sailing, weightlifting, archery, equestrian, like beach volleyball, fencing, canoeing, fucking taekwondo. Like there's so tug of war. What? Tug of war?
Whoa. That must be a new one. I know they recently, Summer Olympics, last year they added skateboarding. And then this coming Summer Olympics will be the first one with baseball and flag football. So
tug of war was an event in the Summer Olympics at the games of every Olympiad from 1900 to 1920. So they had 5 appearances of tug of war in the Olympics. I wish they had like good quality video from that. I would have loved to seen how their teams were set up. But yeah. Let's see who won the tug of war.
Also, just for the record, I was right, and the name is Apollo Ono, the dude who got real famous and he was a speed skater.
Oh, yeah.
I pulled that name out of my ass. I can't believe I was right. I cannot believe that was the correct name.
Teams consisted of 6 members in 1900, 5 members in 1904, and 8 members in 08, 12, and 20. A mixed team won first place in 1900. That's weird they were doing mixed teams, too. So it's 3 Danish pullers and 3 Swedish pullers combined.
I wonder if they just couldn't get enough people.
Wow, this one's interesting. In 1904, a mixed team of 1 German puller and 4 United States pullers won 3rd place. I didn't know that was a thing.
Mm-mm. I know there's been a bunch of hubbubaloo, one of my favorite words, by the way, with flag football going into the Summer Olympics this coming season. There's like a big group of flag football players that are like, we should be in the Olympics. And then all these NFL guys are like, no, like, we're definitely going to do that. And so I'm hoping that someone puts together where it's like the best flag football players and the best NFL players go play flag football. And I really want to see like how that ends. Like,
I'll bet you it'll be different. I'll bet you'd be surprised if some of these flag football guys are schooling some of the pro dudes.
100%. Although I will say there was one of the reasons they get a bunch of flack is like one of the quarterbacks is like, I truly believe that I'm better than Patrick Mahomes, and everybody was like, okay, bud,
put him out.
I 100% agree. I'm like, go. I want to see everybody hit the field. Let's see it.
I don't know. I watched that Pro Bowl flag football.
It's tough. It's
and I've also seen some like YouTube like the
7-on-7 guys,
like flag football,
where it's like flag football that kind of turns into tackle football.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. It's the Pro Bowl. It's the week before the Super Bowl. These guys don't want to get hurt. They're just 100% having fun.
Yeah,
totally understand it. But those flag football dudes on YouTube will school you.
100%. That's I don't know what they're gonna do with the Pro Bowl, but I remember when it was like when they were in pads and it was like normal rules, and then it was like they're all running 50%, and then they went to the Pro Bowl games. And I kind of liked the skills challenge. They would give them like the receivers had like Hulk fists. They're like, all right, catch the ball. There's some stuff, but the flag footballs, I feel like it's the same thing.
It's been so long since I watched any of the Pro Bowl stuff prior to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That I was just like this year, I was just like, I can't wait till they actually play like the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
And I was like,
yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
Okay, just kidding.
I watched a video of, I think it was a Japanese airsoft guy.
Oh, yeah.
That came to the States and for giggles and shits jumped in on a 2-gun match and just smoked people.
Yeah.
Like it's interesting to watch the LARPers, for lack of a better phrase, like when they step into the real thing every once in a while and they just dominate.
Yep.
So
I remember Lucas Botkin brought over a dude from Japan.
Yes,
and
it might have been one of the T-Rex videos actually.
And he was like, all right, run drills with the airsoft, and he like ran his drills and they like timed it and everything. He's like, all right, now here's a 5.56.
Here's a big boy gun.
Yeah. And he
I think he was running like a TTI Combat Master or something like that.
And And it
was the actual version of the airsoft pistol he ran.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So muscle mechanics and memory and everything were correct. But yeah, like he was putting down pro level numbers.
Yeah.
And that was like the first time he'd held a proper combustion pistol. It was cool.
I remember when T-Rex Arms first started putting content out. And like I mean I didn't comment because it's just not the type of person I am. I don't like to get into the comment sections on social media too much. But there's one of his videos specifically. I think he had 6 targets set up, and he was doing like alternating targets. And he did 3 runs, and his first run was like bang, 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 and his second run was like bang, 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 and then the final run, I was just like, he fucking sped that up. I'm like, no fucking way. I'm like, no way, you know?
Yeah.
And I guess enough people said something like that. And he's like, cool. We've had people trying to beat me up in the comments saying that I sped all this up. And he goes, so I got my buddy tossing a beanbag as I shoot this time. And this guy just sat there throwing up a beanbag and catching it.
Yep.
And he did the same progression. And I was just like, damn.
Yeah.
Dude can shoot. Dude can shoot. And it's funny. I feel like when I first found him, he was already very established for the content and the whole 9. And he was still, everybody was like, yeah, right. You sped that up. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I feel like he was probably so far past it where he was just like, I've already addressed this. I'm not even going to fucking give
Go back
any
to my
energy.
video 3 years ago.
Exactly. Yeah. Dude can fucking shoot.
Can't stay out of drama, but he can shoot.
That is true. That is true.
A lot of people in the gun industry can't stay out of drama.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm about done with this guy.
I'm not, but you smoke faster.
I do. So thank you guys for tuning in.
Yeah.
For our first episode in the
new spot.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're going to get a little better with it. It is getting a little smoky in here too. So
Yes.
I want to cut this off before I start crying on camera.
If the audio is trash and you made it this far, thanks for being patient with me.
And if the audio is trash, you probably never heard this whole thing because we just canned it.
Valid.
But either way, jump on over to warfightertobacco.com. We already have had some shops reach out. Thanks to you guys for reaching out to your local brick and mortars and asking them why they don't carry Warfighter tobacco. So please help do your part. This is a group effort by everybody across the country. Talk to your local shop if they don't currently carry us, and see if they're interested in it. And then have them reach out, or we can reach out to them one way or another and go from there. We also have a dealer locator on our website. It's one of the tabs right at the top. That'll show you where the local shops are close to you. And if you don't have one around you and they don't want to carry your cigars, you can just order on the website, unless you live in a handful of states that you guys need to vote better. Oh, I thought you were going to say something. I was waiting for him.
Oh, no. Sorry. I'm eagle eyeing the cameras.
But yeah. And other than that, if you guys don't have anything,
like, share, and subscribe. I know Justin's already said it once, but we need to do it again.
Yep.
Because, like, we looked at our numbers. Like, fully 50% of you motherfuckers that are listening to this shit aren't following it, and you're slacking. So
stick
hit
around.
the button.
We're a good time.
all it does is it helps us with the algorithm, and then it also unlocks some cool features that we can use.
Yes.
And that's kind of what we're looking for. The algorithm, it is what it is. We do cigars.
Yeah.
You know? But having access to the features that they have on the platforms that we currently don't have the access to, that will help us give you guys better content, cooler things, more availability, all that kind of fun stuff. So subscribe on whatever platform you're looking at. Go to our website, warfightertobacco.com, find your local dealers, grab some cigars from them, and then follow us on social media for all the stupid content that we put out. Some of it's kind of cool and very educational.
Yeah.
The rest of it's kind of stupid, but
Fun either way.
Yeah. We gotta have fun.
Yeah.
Otherwise life sucks.
exactly. Mm-hmm. And other than that, we'll see you guys next week.
Toodles.
I almost went to take my headphones off and push my mic away.